Today's Tale sees us playing BattleTech once again, and we're up against Pew, and I'm pretty sure Pew has already demolished me once, so we are going for a bit of a rematch. Only problem is in this match, I actually picked a long-ranged mech, and it's pretty much not meta to have a long-ranged mech at the moment, which is kind of unfortunate. So we're going to see if he tries to bum rush us a little here. Because brawling is definitely the way to go if you want to get anywhere in this game. So we'll keep you back here. So the idea here is I have two Centurions to tank at the front. I've got Mockingbird and the Gaint Mech back here to hopefully do some work. And we've got Paradise and the Firestarter. This Gaint Mech has the LRMs. It's not the greatest. I'm still not impressed by Gaint Mechs, right? If any map is going to work, it's got to be this map. Because the enemy has to kind of come towards you. Alright, so he's got a Vindy here. So he's bum rushing straight towards us. If suddenly two Kintaros pop out, we know this is not going to work at all straight away. Oh, here we go. Here's one Vindicator. So the thing is, the Vindicator is really in it at the moment. A Griffin, and probably, what can you fit in here? Maybe another Kintaro, I'd say. A Firestarter. Alright, so he's just going to rush us, right? There's probably Death from Above in one of these. The Kintaro's there for the knockdown, and it is going to get all sorts of ugly. So what we're going to do here is we're probably going to keep the Firestarter as close as we can. I think we might just try and form a blockade right here and try and tank away as well as we can. Let's reserve here. We'll probably move Sumo and these two here. He might just run right past straight at Mockingbird. We'll try and get her back a little if we can. We'll reserve right to the end here because I want to have all my mechs at once. He's just going to reserve down again as well, I'd say. Ah, man. It's such a shame that the brawling fit is basically where it's at, but what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? So you can move forward and get braced up here, ready to tank all this. The Kintaro can fairly much mangle a Centurion in a turn. If you get this knocked down, it'll gut it, right? It'll absolutely gut it. And there's no way to stop the knockdown here. So the Vindicator will Death from Above. The Kintaro will then just shoot you. The Firestarter can Death from Above. We might keep our own Firestarter just a little bit closer to this so that we can just Death from Above back. I don't think it's going to work out all that well for us, though. We just need to stay as braced as we can here. If he splits off and runs for a side, then we are even more trouble here. We might have to stay as close as we can to this fight with Mockingbird, just to maybe provide some whatever cover we can. He's going to come in, so we're going to get probably Paradise down here somewhere. Just ready to jump back on these mechs for when they do come in here. We have no sensor locking really. I didn't take... Oh, Mockingbird's a sensor locker, but there's no way you want to be sensor locking with that. I'd say this is going to end pretty quick and pretty dirty here. So what we want to do is probably get into a position where we can jump from, right? We'll move you probably around here. So you've got bulwark, so we might want to just... I'm considering having someone at the front and not in trees, but I don't know if that's a bit dangerous. Sumo is probably going to get absolutely hammered here. But we'll see in a second. He's got vision now, so he can probably fire into this. That Griffin is going to be near impossible to hit for me with no sensor lock. But we will try our best. He's going to have to take probably that Kintaro, probably get into the water and fire. That's how I would probably do this. I'd probably push the Vindy up, fire, do a fair bit of stability damage here. The fire starter's coming in. He is ready to burn. We'll move our own fire starter over. We probably won't jump. We just need to sprint down into a nice position. We'll take the trees. We've got a fair bit of evasion here. I'm fairly happy with that. I don't know if he can quite see this just yet. I think he probably can with the fire starter now. So we'll just turn around here with Mockingbird and try to do whatever we can to defend this middle. I think that's how we're going to have to do this. We're just going to have to brawl straight up and go crazy, right? We're going to maybe have to ignore the fire star. The Kintaro is probably the bigger target here. If I can get rid of the Kintaro, then all his damage sort of eases up. The Kintaro is a beast, right? It's an absolute monster of a mech. And it's just there to fairly much smash things, right? So what we might do is we might get around here, I guess, and forward face. What does that give us for a band? Alright, we might just move forward a little bit more here. We've got to be careful because he could just suddenly get past all this with his fire starter and be on top of us. We'll probably move here. I think we'll get Garden entrenched. Mockingbird is just a heat dump and a fairly decent... So she's got fairly good tactics and fairly good guts. So I've actually picked a really bad pilot for this. I was thinking that he might want to go for a bit of indirect fire. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. It looks like it's just going to be a straight up fight in the middle. The Vindy, you could fire the Vindy actually. There's no need not to, but I think he's just going to go for a death ball here. So what he's going to do is he's going to prep up. So he's ready to jump on top of Sumo with just about all of these mechs, right? And then you just death ball in. So he's got, looks like a master tactician on someone. We're going to reserve up here. We are braced and entrenched for most of this, so we'll eat a bit of this, but you can never stop from getting knocked down in one turn. If the enemy wants to, right? We'll reserve again. If I could get vision on this, I would love it. He's going to make us go first, though. There's no way he wants to lose all this evasion. So the thing is if I move, right? I don't want to get out of these trees. What I want to do is I just want to remain where I am. Really just want to remain where I am. What we might do is we might get buckshot into these trees back here. And she will probably just brace up as well. Sumo is going to have to hold out. He could go for buckshot now, since buckshot has moved. We'll see if he wants to reserve up again. Someone did say to me the other day that the reserve wars just end when one person moves, really. I kind of understand that. So if he reserves down now, it's always his go, right? Because it'll be my go and then it's his go, so I do kind of get it now. That, you know, you might as well, if you're at this point, you might as well all go, because I'm just going to reserve in here. So I'd say, what do you do here? You death from above to remove the guard and entrench. You fire with the Kintaro. You knock this down. You then fire with the Griffin and the Vindy to core it out. You then have another set of goes while it's on the ground. Alright. He's got a fairly good pilot on that. I'd say that's death from above. He's coming in for side death from above, I think. Maybe. I could back up a little and try and face like this. We could reverse. And then entrench, I guess. Yes, we just brace up. What I need is for his mechs to slow down. Before I even consider opening fire, right? This is a real disadvantage though, is suddenly my long range mech back here, this can get on top of it and start abusing it. How hot? He won't run hot. I'm pretty sure this is the large laser variant. Yeah, looks like large lasers there. So this thing never runs hot if he jumps, unlike the PPC version, which will run hot if you jump. I can't remember, I think they have the same amount of armor. If I could only see that Kintaro, I would happily fire on it. Maybe we should consider moving the fire starter in, but I really just want to use that fire starter to go against whatever happens here. So this is the thing about taking one of these mechs, right, is they're no good against things that are moving fast. At all. He's just trying to suck in some sort of fire here. Could death him above this. I wouldn't knock it down though. Would I make it unsteady? That would be amazing if I did. 4 pips, right, of thing is what we need on that. I don't think... Yeah, so he has 2 mechs at the front, are his best pilots here, and I don't think I can knock those down at all. I guess what we do is we probably sprint... Can we just jump maybe this way, I guess? Can jump a fair distance. Jump over here. And brace. He might come in with one of these pilots to try and get this. His own fire starter could start on this. So you whack one of these, you fire the Kintaro. So he's still got all of his options here, right? You whack one of these, you fire him with the Kintaro. I can't see that Kintaro yet. If he comes in with the fire starter, I won't even hit it though. That's the only problem is the large jump range right here means that he gets full evasion, right? And you cannot hit that thing at all. With conventional fire weapons, right? This is such an awkward moment, right? Imagine being these mechs, and you're just rolling along. If he gives me vision on this Kintaro, I would love to take these shots. Actually, we will fire on probably this Kintaro now. I'm pretty happy for that to happen. We might just back up just a tad, though. 35. There is a whole lot of ground in the way, apparently. What do we get from here? 35s, my gosh. So apparently this is as good as it gets. We're going to try and keep away from all these mechs at the back. If I can gouge down that Vindy, I'll be super happy as well. But I think... Do I move? Yeah, I think I move. Even though I am braced here, I think I have to keep moving away from this mess down here. We'll fire into this. We've only got 30s, so we'll probably ease up with these. We'll fire in the LRMs for now. That's fine. When he freezes up next turn, we can consider firing in all of our other weapons. We will, I think, death them above this guy here, if he gives us the turn. He's probably going to do this into here. And then, I don't know. Do you hold this for a turn? I think I can get far enough to get onto this Kintaro. Only problem is it has a lot of evasion still, so even if I do land on top of it, we probably won't get a knockdown. You can see he's got all of his best pilots on all of these. So these are all fairly good pilot skills. They've probably got bad gunnery and stuff, but it doesn't matter. When you get the knockdown, you obviously get a bit of an advantage on shooting, right? Through just shooting wherever you want. Alright. So this is probably going to be the turn where it all goes crazy. So let's see. It's going to be my turn, right? If I have my turn, it's then his turn. If I then have...
How might I help?
So then, even if he reserves in on this, it's still my turn, right? I think we start going now. I think we just fire everything and we just go full bore right now. Otherwise, he's going to set up for his own crazy amount of stuff here. So I think we go in now. And we just blast this Kantaro as hard as we can.
There's more where that came from.
So it'll be our turn. He'll probably death from above something in here. He could reserve. Or he could just go all out on my fire starter. Alright, he's going to reserve. Alright, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, my friend.
Something I can do.
So you, sir, are just going to point blank fire everything. Close to everything. We really need to get this guy. Actually, we could knock him down here. Please hit with your AC. Come on. It should knock him over. I should have fired the LRMs, actually. Alright, so we're going to knock down here. Which is good for us. We can maybe kill a bit more of this guy before he gets to do anything. If he takes a turn, I can fire again. I think I get to use... If he doesn't reserve now, if he reserves now, then he'll get to go first in the next turn. If he lets me go now, and then does all of his jumping, I'd probably crush down... Would I go for the fire starter? It's a tempting target, right? It's a super tempting target to just kill the fire starter here. Jump, jump, jump. Just crush it. I mean, these guys are doing their work. If I had one more brawling mech, I'd be really happy right now. If I had a Kantaro or something, I would be super happy. Alright, he's going in on his work now. So he's going to try and knock down my mechs.
They're hitting my units.
So he's going to try and probably trade the Kantaro for one of these guys. The Kantaro's got way more armor than Centurion, so he might win this battle.
I'm here.
We will fire from here into you, sir. What's in these arms? SRM ammo. SRM 6. Maybe if I could kill this arm, I'd be pretty happy. I think we just fire with most of our weapons. There's so much armor on this thing, though. We might rip off an arm. He's already got these things critted. We could go for the torso. I think we just fire into this arm and try and rip it off. Maybe reduce the effects of the Kantaro a bit.
Okay.
If we can. Doesn't look like we're going to do just enough here. Alright. So, if he takes another move, I should be able to go first on my next round, right? Which means we will get to fire with Mockingbird into this. She's got fairly high tactics, so our called shots should do fairly well. He is going to just go as hard as he can, though, on all my mechs here. Is he going for a double knockdown?
Internal damage.
Ooh, okay, so that's back armor. That guy's got a fair bit of evasion. We'll have to ignore him. It's a shame since he's got his back armor facing towards us. Is he going to come in with his fire starter as well? It's such a silly thing, this death from above, at how it works. It's just insane. I'd love to know how Backshot's doing. How you doing, Backshot? If this guy comes towards us, we'll probably ignore this fire starter as long as we can. He's going to fire into the back of this again. We're in a really sticky situation here. We could probably walk around the back of some of these mechs and fire if we get that chance. I don't know if this is going to work out though. Just going to try and heat us up a bit. Luckily, we didn't fire too much on this mech, but we did lose something there. Not quite sure what we lost, but we lost something. Did that mech jump in the way of... Alright, good. So we've still got fire onto this. We might... we might wedge in everything we can into this torso and try and get it off. I would love to fire at this torso, 67. But if I can take off an SRM, I'd probably be fairly happy. We'll fire in most of our weapons. 75 to hit. Jeez. It's not huge, but... if we can get most of this gutted, we can probably hit the center torso anyway. So most of this should go around that center torso. He'll get that mech up. He just needs to shoot something to knock it over now. But at least he's down one more SRM. He could probably just fire into, I think, one of these. It doesn't look so bad. This is going to be the brawl of a century right here. There's no way these guys are going to hold out against all four, though. How are we doing on heat on some of these? Not hot, kind of hot. Alright, so the fire starter is the hottest thing here. Is he just going to shoot us in the back? He is going for back shots. If he heats this up, we might be able to shut it down. He's kind of turned his armor fairly well here. Oof, Buckshot, you are not looking happy about this, are you? Not looking happy at all. His fire starter could do more damage onto Buckshot. How hot are you? We'll probably go for you with our own fire starter. Just keep trying to get this Kentaro down. There's most of the armor out of the way, if we can. He then gets to, so... it's his turn. If he reserves, it's my... okay. If he reserves, I get the advantage on the next, on this phase 3. If he goes now, then he gets the advantage. He's better off going now than he would be reserving. Let's see if he sees that, though. Because if he reserves, I get my turn. Wait, no. Yeah, and then he has to either take his light. Okay, so yeah, he's going fine. He's going to shoot me in the back again. He's trying to cook down this mech. We're going to get pretty hot here, and we are gone. Absolutely gone. So he has the advantage now on mechs. He probably will do fairly well here. I think we'll come in from the side that has no armor. And we will try and cook him again. That's not what we want. We want to jump in here. We definitely don't want to hit him from the back. We'll just hit him in the side that still has all of his armor worn down a bit here. We'll heat him up. We want to keep him as hot as possible. This could heat us up too much, but I think we will have to risk all of this for now. For the try and get this Kentaro down. It's probably going to be a bad idea, though. Alright, not bad. Keep this guy as hot as we can. so that he can't use all of his weapons. He'll probably go with this mech next, get rid of some of that stability damage. You just shoot this one in the back again. Or he could even come in for a punch. He might get this down, or he could death him above again on this. Probably knock him down with that. And then we are left with... Yeah, so this is the only thing I don't like. Well, I mean, it's fair enough. It's a good tactic, right? But there is absolutely no reason to take a long-range mech. I thought I would just play... I haven't played a game with a long-range mech in a while. But there's really no reason to have a long-range mech. It adds very little, right? It adds... what are we adding here? 30. So it's 80. 120. It's about 100 and... say 150 damage that we do if we miss with all our missiles. And we have perfect hit on this, right? 150 damage. I could have a Kintaro doing mass loads of stability damage here. He's giving me the back. Fair enough.
Hey, watch the flank, watch the flank.
We might lose Sumo here if he gets knocked over.
That was a hit.
Alright, so he's unsteady.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to move around. Can we get some... Oh, we can. We might just back up like this. We're going to have to forget about being entrenched and guarded and all that. He's rotated his mech a little funny here. I would have rotated it a little bit better than that. He's got a fair bit of evasion though. We might just fire in all of our weapons because I don't think Sumo is going to be long for this world. And if we can hit just enough... Nope, it's not going to happen. If we could have just hit just enough, we might have been able to take this guy down. But now you just have to death from above here. Punch, punch, I don't know. You can... It's a fairly... Or you could actually double punch on the fire starter. That might be how I would take this. What we'll do is we'll try and shift Mockingbird around this way if we can. He's just going death from above from behind armor.
Hey, they're coming around the side.
Alright. Fair enough. And we're knocked down as well. So now it's going to be cold shots. At least he can't get to the back armor, I guess. So we do have that going for us, but it's now cold shots on all of this guy's turn for probably 3 phases of shooting here. Had I taken a Kintaro, we might be in a way better situation than having taken a Jagermech. Which kind of makes the Jagermech fairly garbage in the current meta. Since you basically, I mean, 80 to 90% of your games are going to be melee, right? Or not melee, but up close and personal brawling. And you can see Death from Above does not do as much damage to these guys as it really should. I mean, they're just Death from Above nearly every turn. I mean, I'll Death from Above nearly every turn with Paradise, and it'll be fine. It will be fine. Oh, alright. So he'll probably shoot me with this mech here. Get behind, shoot this one. We cannot get any shots here. I could focus up and probably cripple down his fire starter. And then go for this one here with my own fire starter. So we might do that. What do we got? 25s. Can we get a little bit further back? 55. Alright, so I think we might be able to cripple out his fire starter, right? And then go for his Kintaro with our own fire starter here. So we'll focus in on this. We'll drop everything. We'll heat up for this. I'm pretty happy to just fire in everything. If we can rip arms and legs and all sorts off him, then at least he is fairly damaged. And then what do we do? Sumo's not going to survive. I think we Death from Above onto this guy. Maybe we can cripple a leg. He can't really... how much armor did we get? It's a shame you can't click on Mechs. I'd love to see how much armor he has left on this leg. He might not have enough to be death from aboveing. If he doesn't have Paradise in here. He's probably got... I can't remember who has Paradise. It's probably... How much do we have on this? Okay, so it's not Paradise in here. So he probably can't death from above with this, right? Melee hit. Maybe take an arm off. Ooh, our mech is sorely beaten though. Fire the machine gun. Might rip off an arm. Oh, he's actually going for the everything. Oof. Mate, we are hurting here. We are hurting. So what we want to do is we probably want to go around here. It's not going to give us a huge amount of evasion, but it'll do, I guess. Can we get in close enough for the flamethrowers? To here? Alright, we're going to have to just risk everything on getting this guy down. We'll ignore the flamethrowers, I mean... Alright, let's do it. If we can get this guy down, I don't know how the Jaeger Mech's fighting against all this, but somehow we've got to pray here. Pray for Mr. Jaeger. Alright, we can fire in all of this. How are we doing? 19. Ugh, it's not enough. It's not enough. At least this guy can't really fire. Too badly. The Jaeger Mech finishes this off. The Kentaro is pretty much dead. I don't think we will win against all of this though. The Jaeger Mech's cooking itself. He's going for another punch. Alright, that's a good move. I like that. Flame a crit, alright. It's not a bad move, because now he gives up the front armor, right? So we're going to have a hard time shooting with the Jaeger. We can't shoot him in the back with Sumo. If Sumo even survives this. Which is doubtful. At least, I would probably fire our Jaeger into this. Kill this off. And then we get a one turn with our fire starter if it is even alive. And then somehow the Jaeger has to compete with Death from Above all over the shop, right? He's just going to be like, yo, I'm going to get dropped on here. Gonna get dropped on. Nearly all games come down to your lance composition, I find. Like, his lance composition is just designed to really mangle things up, right? Is he actually going to fire his weapons? I think he's going to fire his weapons. Cool shot. Or is he going to go for this? He might try and finish the fire starter off. There's no arm on this side. So he can do some serious damage in here. Come around with this, do some more damage onto it. You could probably kill this. Its center torso is wrecked. So he does have the advantage there. If he kills this, I'm still probably going to try and kill his fire starter. The Kentaro, it's got 2 SRMs. It can still do a lot of damage. It's still 120 damage, plus punching if you want to punch. It's not exactly a lightweight without an arm. Did he just move this and entrench it? Alright. I cannot really get around the back and shoot this guy. What are we missing on? Ooh, yeah, right. Oh, we survived. We're a survivor. Let's have a look. So you stand up, my friend. And probably roll over here.
Nobody saw that, right?
Nobody saw that. Good luck with that, Sumo. So we can't really finish this guy off. Can't really do much here. I guess we move you into the trees. We try for the Kentaro with a little bit of whatever you can do. He's got all of his back armor though, so we're going to need everything to hit here. LRMs are pretty much just there for show. too much armor. It's really annoying. Maybe I should have gone on this guy here. Alright, you sir
Commander.
are just gonna have to party where you are.
Move order.
What I really want is for this guy to die, although, So let's turn off our medium lasers, right? Shutdown will still occur. Just turn these babies off. Heat will overheat. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're doing a fair chunk of damage. If we can rip a leg off, this guy will get knocked down. At least putting him in our go. We won't kill him through all this. I think we just fire this.
Taking the shot.
Might knock him down. Oh. Alright. So he's down. He's still going to get to go in the light turn. And it's going to be his turn first.
Keep an eye on my needs, Commander.
So he could kill my fire starter here. We'll move our fire starter around this side if it survives. And have a go at the center torso of this thing again. If we survive though is the real question. I suppose we just try and death them above. At this point, I would probably death from above with his mech, since you know that there's not much left. You could probably death from above onto this side, knock my mech down. I get my turn first though, so I will stand him up. Alright, center torso gone. Fair enough. Oh. Alright. Dual death.
Hey, we're
Fair enough. It's okay. I mean, he still gets to have another go here. We could actually just roll up on this side of the mech. We will give up back shots. We will die for this, I think. There's not much left of us anyway. So I think we'll go and try and get rid of the Kintaro now. With whatever's left of Sumo. We'll happily fire into this. Take out that guy. He'll then take out probably Sumo with a jump around with the Vindicator to here, or even to here. Fire into this. Somehow we're gonna have to mangle up a Vindy, and then a Griffin. Might be doable. I mean, the Jaeger mech has no armor though. I mean, literally, if I'd taken one more brawler of anything, I would have been far better off than the Jaeger mech. So far it's done, what, 30? It's done probably about 60 missiles, and it's fired its AC-2s once. It hasn't been all that exciting, right? Alright, he's getting prepped up to jump from behind. Which is cool. He's going to reserve him with that. I guess we just take a turn to move here and brace, so that we can get some heat back, because since we are one hot Jaeger, right? Thing is this Griffin alone has more armor than the Jaeger mech here, which makes it for a very sketchy mech. It's fine for long range, but in this current game, there isn't really much long range. This is a pile up and a half, though. Pile up and a half. Look at these smoking. Where is this? His hand is smoking? He's like, my hand! Hold my smoke grenade! And this guy, I don't even know where he's smoking from. Death from above over here? Maybe? I'll probably... Sumo needs to get me some vision here. I could maybe sprint Sumo. He's gonna... So I get my turn first, at least. And then somehow we gotta get Sumo out of here. Rotate his mech a little. The jump mechs are really just gonna get around on me, though. If I was him, I would probably... just jump on one of the sides of the Jaeger. You know their arms are gonna fall off. So that's not too bad, I guess. We're gonna rotate this way. Just so that he can't jump behind us so much. With this guy here. We'll probably just brace up. He'll probably... Yeah, I would jump onto this. I would try and share off some of these guns. since they're the only thing that's really there. And then come in with the Vindy. Just keep mangling this down. This is nearly dead, so you're pretty good there. He might try and jump over here and shoot, I guess. Really? What do we do? 60. Yeah, you know what? Have your damn turn, sir. Actually, no matter what, it's going to be my turn, isn't it? Alright. I think we just roll in for the punch. That's probably going to be the only thing we can do here. Which is cool. He'll jump behind us probably. There is paper holding this thing together. Alright. Melee's the only thing we could do though, because he has a fair bit of evasion. And he is entrenched as well. So we wouldn't be doing a lot against that brace there. He'll probably jump behind, shoot this thing. In the back. You could probably jump a fair bit of distance, maybe plonk yourself over here. At which point, I guess we then turn and just unleash since we have all of our heat. Whatever survives, I mean, bits and pieces might fall off the poor old Jaeger here. I probably shouldn't have hit him in the back. I should have hit him in the side. Because we're not going to get many more chances to hit him in the back. And I'd say we didn't really do all that much damage to him there. Here we go, jump behind. I mean, it makes sense. There's only like 15 armor on this thing, right? Holding it together. Large laser. Ooh, to the leg. Okay. So, I mean, look, that medium laser goes already right through, right? So, yeah, there's crazy amounts of no armor on this thing. Crazy amounts. Somehow, Sumo is probably going to just have to sit here and drop some rounds. He's going to shoot Sumo in the side. This is a full Vindy, so that's going to be really awkward. Because Mr. Centurion, CN9A, is not going to do well against this. Even if he heats himself up, it's not as much heat as it could be. You know, to really affect anything. Oh, and he's got focus. Oh, I would love some focus. If he kills this, maybe I get focus and I can drop some rounds on this. I don't think it'll do a whole lot though. How are we doing here, buddy? You took that hit to the head? Alright. Alright. My turn. How do we do this? I guess we just forget about this guy shooting us in the back and we just go crazy here. On you. Man, 55. We got hit by a PPC, didn't we? Yep, we did. PPC hurting us for days. We'll get in these trees, I think. We'll shoot at this guy. Maybe he'll take this guy's turn first. Actually, I should have done... I should have done a reserve here. And then that way I could have had a turn. He's probably just going to jump this mech further back. Shoot me, or you could just shoot me in the back. I mean, it'll do some major damage, right? Some major damage. Damn you, Jaeger Mech. Why couldn't you be I'm trying to stay away from doing the Kintaro spam. I don't think it's cool to, you know, just knock people on the ground all the time. I have a feeling the mechanics got to change, right? Because the amount of knockdowns you can get at the moment, if you've seen some of my other games, people just get knocked down left, right, and center if you bring Kintaros, Death Them Above, and then you call shot on whatever you like. It's insane. It is insane. So he's going to try and finish off that. We should hopefully get a focus here. I don't think it'll do enough damage to kill the Griffin, but we'll try. We'll try our best, at least. Yeah, there's no... Are we really surviving that? Okay, there we go. I was like, surely we're not surviving that. There we go. Got it.
We lost a unit.
Oh, yeah? You want to call yourself a unit? Goodbye, then. Mr. Unit. Mrs. Unit. So he's going to reserve in. Did we get focus? Really? No focus? Come on. Oh, we do have focus. Excellent. So move in on this. Man, no vision is going to kill us, though. We'll just fire and everything. I don't think it's going to matter. Most of our LRMs are going to miss at this range, and we don't really have enough. We don't really have enough vision to do too much else but do this.
MechWarriors, show 'em what you
I mean, whoa, LRM 5s. You know what? We won't even bother with that. What is this all from? Alright. We probably won't even bother with either of those. We'll save some heat. We might get a better chance to hit him later on with the LRMs. I doubt it, but
firing.
so be it. Oh man, it would have been amazing if we'd shredded a leg there. He can't really depth him above unless that's paradise. Even then, it's going to be a bit sketchy on those legs. But it now just becomes a moment of just wearing us down, right? Is that going to send that message? Or are we breaking here? Not quite. So I guess he'll have 2 turns. He'll probably jump behind here and around here and kill us off. But we'll see. We'll see. I guess we just go for another punch, since that's going to be most of what he's got. I mean, the evasion's just going to kill us, right? LRM's up close. They're going to do nothing. So might as well go down headbutting like a true Jaeger mech. I mean, look at this thing. It's steaming already. I actually love ACs, right? I think the ACs are some of the coolest weapons around, but honestly, the Jaeger mech just... Even though it is an AC platform, it just feels so bad with the armor it has. Is our paint melting? Excuse me. You're not taking good care of your mech, my friend. You need to be taking better care of said mech. Ooh, especially there. It looks like a bit of bubble on your paint there, my friend. That's a demerit. That is definitely a demerit.
Reading you.
Ugh, you can't even get on that. I guess he's not going to give us the other mech, which is kind of annoying. We'll just roll in for a punch, though.
Location confirmed.
'Cause no matter what I do, I'm not going to get a... he's not going to give me a chance to get this in, right? I guess I can keep on mangling up this thing if he wants to keep giving it to me. We'll just butt our way through this. If this was an awesome... Oh man, I wish this was an awesome. It could probably tank most of this for a little at least. I mean, the paper thin armor on the Jaeger mech also doesn't lend well to it being any sort of in any sort of combat. I mean, he let me fire from afar for a few turns, but it doesn't... I mean, against all the evasion that these jumping mechs get, it doesn't really matter, right? It does not matter. He's going to heat up a little bit here. I think we might be able to get a punch on this if I get another turn. I don't think we will, though. We are pretty much smarting on the back. So then he gets his turn to just mash us up. Ooh. Think we'll go on this. I'm pretty happy with when I went with the fire starter, though. I think I had to go at some point. The other problem with this long range mech is if things keep running towards you, you do not have much of a hit chance, right? You've probably got maybe 50% hit chance on most of this stuff, which really doesn't lend well to doing a lot of damage. You don't do a lot of damage with LRMs if you don't... Well, you do no damage if you don't hit, right, with any weapon. But the LRMs specifically aren't the greatest for it. They do... I mean, you do... What do you do with this? You do 40... You do 60 damage, right? And then, say, half your damage, you're doing 30. At which point, you're doing basically a medium laser, right? And you'd probably have a better hit chance with a medium laser. He's going to jump behind. He's going to finish us off, maybe. It's not getting too much of his... Oh. Oh. Alright, we will get another turn here.
Reporting internal damage.
Do I want to knock him down? Maybe. I mean, he's going to come in and... We could knock this... we can knock this down, and then I guess he's going to... Oh no, we're not even going to get a chance, are we? I was going to say, and then he's got a melee right with this, right? Alright, we lost an arm. We're still alive somehow.
Armor breach.
Still alive somehow. So, let's come around, knock this guy over. From the trees. And then, I don't know what else we're going to do here, but we'll try. Get on the floor, sir. Get on the dance floor. Oh, you're not even going to get knocked down? Oh, buddy. Alright. Alright. There's no way we're winning here, but you know what? You might as well go down fighting. Put in some scratches onto these good old mechs, you know. Someone's got to repair this thing up. Someone's got to repair the legs on this thing. I mean, look at these sparks coming out of everywhere. It's probably got to repair up those leg joints. Meanwhile, someone's got to pick up my damn arm. Don't leave my arm behind. Alright. This has got to be... Surely this has got to be a... Oh. Come on, RNG.
I'm taking some serious hits.
Come on, RNG. Crazy. I could maybe back up this way and fire if I have another turn. I'd say he'd probably just punch me. He doesn't even need to punch, right? He just backs up here, shoots again. If he does that, maybe I can back up here and fire some of my weapons if I've got any weapons still glued onto this thing. I mean, what do we have? Well, some of our LRMs are over here, but... Alright, he's going to jump behind. He's got no evasion on this mech. Maybe we'll give it a bit of a toasting with some AC2 and some close range LRMs. Wow. Alright, so RNG is apparently wanting us to do some work here.
Yes, Commander.
So if I backed up here, I mean out of the trees, which is insane, we'd have really poor chances to hit. I mean, let's just go for it, right? Out of the trees, face that front armor forward, knock this guy down. Fire it on in, sir. Fire it on in. Whoop, missed with that. Didn't want to hit anyway. Knock him down. He'll probably jump behind us again. But we'll give him a run for his money, right? I don't know what we're doing to this mech, but we'll try and do something. He could death from above. I mean, there is not a lot gluing this thing together. So it'll be his turn, then my turn. So if we survive another turn, we can at least shoot this thing in the center torso. You know, show him who's boss. Be like, yo, disrespect the Jaeger, and it shoots you in the tummy. Ah, he's jumping behind us. Is that a death from above as well? I feel like that was... Nope, he's just jumping straight behind us. Okay. He's going to try for another shot. He's going to cook this mech a little. This pilot's pretty concerned, but he only needs to do 6. Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
That was really bad.
That's okay, buddy. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry at all. Let's just keep backing up. Try and get some hit chances here. It doesn't look like it wants to play all that nicely, though. We can shift most of our mech to the side. He'll definitely jump around behind this again. But we'll hammer this guy up. Just a tad, you know, as we leave. We'll be like, yo, sir, take a... What can we hit here? 54 on you? 54? Maybe we'll try and rip off... What's on this arm? PPC? Yeah, sure. Oh, nope. I don't want to go for the center torso. There's no way we're killing the center torso. But we might rip off an arm here. We'll go for that. If we're lucky. 54, come on, baby. Rip me some arm off. Give him some damage. Give him the damage. Give him the hose. Alright, so he just stands this up, jumps it over here. I think that was probably our last bit of hurrah here. Vindy's like, meh. I've seen better. I've seen better. It's a shame we didn't have maybe... I feel like the AC2s should really be AC5s on this thing. I mean, could you not fit AC5s on? Is he going to blast us on the side? He's coming in again. He gets 2 turns anyway, so he'll get right around the back again and just blast us. I mean, RNG can only get us so far with 6% internal structure, right, on the center torso. I can pray all I like, but I don't think it's going to do us much good. I think there's only so much prayers that will be heard. Only so much that will be heard. And here we go. Can he do it? Is this a punch? Why don't you just take a punch? Nope, he's gonna fire. A Jordan fire! Boom! Down we go. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Definitely feel that the ranged mechs are fairly much no good. I mean, all you do is bum rush, right? All you do is bum rush with your mechs. So you shove a Kintaro at the front, you shove a couple of other quick moving mechs, and it is pretty much a disaster, right? Because you know that anyone with a ranged unit is going to be... Well, they're going to have a hard time dealing with that. Because if you've got a ranged unit, he's not able to really support the front all that well. I mean, I'd love to know how much damage I did with this, but I don't feel like it was really as much as I could have done with something... with a Kintaro, which is cheaper, right? I mean, it makes no sense at this bracket to take a heavy mech and maybe just skimp on. I mean, I could have downgraded for... I could probably, yeah, you just take a Vindicator to jump on things. He actually took the Paradise. I don't know if I would take Paradise in this. Arclight and the Firestarter. I feel like you're better off... What does this thing have for leg armor? 90. I feel like you're better off with Paradise being in the Vindy. Just so you can jump him in, hit things. The Firestarter, I suppose, needs to be something okay-ish. Showboat. I mean, what he did basically was he stuck all the pilots that have really good piloting skill in here. Even with really good piloting skill, Showboat just got knocked down, right, by a Firestarter and Firestarter in a couple of rounds. But I didn't really have enough damage to finish that off, so that was a bit rough. Also, if I hadn't had the heavy mech, right, I could have... Did I get to fire into this? I think I did, right? It wasn't as much damage as I thought it should be. But even without me having a lot of knockdown, you can see how easy it is for things to get knocked down with death from above, which I feel is a little sketchy. Because what did I do? I death from above with Paradise and I shot him with an AC-10. That does not seem like that should knock down a mech. I mean, what if I had 2 death from aboves on 2 mechs, and 2 AC fires? I could have knocked down 2 mechs, which is crazy stuff. But with that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time. More adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.